Hello everybody, GooseGames here, owner of LoveChirp Entertainment, as well as the main developer behind all of our games. Welcome to the Inuyo High pre-release Q&A video. Today I will be answering your questions relating to Inuyo High before the game releases. Note, if your comment was not picked, it's because I'm either answering something similar already, the question isn't interesting enough to be featured in the video, there's already another comment similar to it in the video, or I just can't answer the question yet. That, or you were too late and commented after I already collected the comments. Also, if I skip part of a question, it's because I already answered something similar in this video. With that said, let's get right into this. How long will Inuyo High be? The game will most likely be under an hour in length, though it will likely be longer than Hopper's Hotel 2, one of our previous games. Although the game won't be super long, we are trying to add as much replayability to the game as possible. This means we'll be adding plenty of fun secrets to discover, as well as potentially achievements to unlock. Hopefully this makes up for the runtime not being as long as some other games in the mascot horror genre. Are you going to make a game on Steam? The answer is yes! Inuyo High is in fact on Steam, and it's available to wishlist now. We spent a while trying to get the game on Steam, so it would mean a lot if you all wishlisted the game and showed support for it when it officially releases. Goose, what is your favorite Inuyo High character, besides Inuyo? Is Chatterbox still going to be the Chapter 1 main antagonist? Do you plan on bringing some scrapped characters to the game, aka Tialani as an example? How long do you plan on Chapter 1 being? To answer the first question, my favorite character in the game aside from Inuyo himself is probably Laztile. I think his design turned out great, and I'm really excited for you all to see what we have planned for him. As for the second and third questions, I unfortunately cannot reveal those just yet, so you're going to have to wait and see. Will the game have more of a realistic look and effect, like Indigo Park or Finding Frankie? This game is by far our most realistic looking game at the moment. As you can see in the Steam screenshots, the atmosphere and design of the game take on a more realistic look compared to our previous games. Will Inuyo High have scenes inspired by Care of Gongon since it is a reboot? This is a tricky one to answer because it is a bit complicated. While some parts of the game are based on things that happen in Care of Gongon, many things are completely different to make the game more of our own thing. I can't give away scenes from the game just yet, but I can use the characters as an example. Characters like Inuyo, Chatterbox, and Lumakto are being repurposed from Care of Gongon in this new game. Will there be a big difference with settings, script, and ideas when we compare Inuyo High to your other games like Care of Gongon 2 Remastered? The settings, script, and ideas are pretty unique from this game compared to our past work. The location is way different from anything we've ever made before, featuring a lot more detail and effort put into the environment to truly make this game stand out among our other projects. The script is also unique, being a new, fresh take on these characters, while also retaining part of what made them fun in the first place. Overall, this game is very different when compared to our other games, and I'm super excited for you all to see more of it. Will it come to consoles? Probably not, at least for now. We currently don't have the budget to bring the game to consoles yet, but if the game is successful after launch, then we will get in touch with a console porting company and maybe bring the game to consoles for you all. What will the price be? Has development been rough or hard for you guys, and what difficulties have you gone through in the development of only Inuyo High? The price of Inuyo High will be no more than $5 US. We want to keep the game pretty cheap so it's accessible to more people, but we also need to make a profit off of our hard work on the game. As for the second part of the question, some parts of development have definitely been difficult to go through. Twice during this game's production, we had to restart development entirely because, well, we aren't happy with how the game was turning out. That was definitely a struggle because we had to leave behind all of our hard work on the game, but it was worth it because now we're creating something that we are much more proud of. Will Grace Ghost show up? And a few less important questions. What's your favorite part of making Inuyo High? Whose monster design do you like more out of the two we've seen? What made you choose which Care of Gongon characters to add to the cast, and what made you decide to add new characters to the cast? Will Gongon and Den Den kiss in Inuyo High? Grace Ghost will never show up in anything ever, she's dead to me. My favorite part of making this game is honestly being able to work with my incredible team. Everyone at LoveChirp Entertainment is an absolute joy to work with, and it makes development of our games so much more enjoyable. Chatterbox would probably be my favorite monster design of the two you've all seen. I especially like all of the creepy details we added to her, which you all will see later on. I chose the Care of Gongon characters I did because I felt they were the ones who were the most unique and could work in a completely new game. As for the new characters, I felt it would be fun to shake things up a bit and include some characters that no one has seen before, and I'm very happy with the ones we created. As for the last part, no spoilers. Inuyo High will have some tools to advance through the facilities. Will it have dubbing in different languages, or is it planned? As stated on the Steam page, you will be given a taser tool to help you unlock doors and efficiently make your way through the building. I can't say much about this tool yet, but hopefully you all will like it when the game comes out. As for dubbing, we unfortunately aren't able to add that yet. Our team is still very small, and hiring more voice actors for language dubbing isn't really feasible at the moment. Maybe it can happen in the future though. However, we are adding Spanish translation to the subtitles. What will the animations look like? The animations in this game will be quite different from how they were in previous games. All voice lines in this game will not only have lip syncing, but also full body animation. I think you all will like how the animation looks when you finally get the game in your hands. It looks much better than how it looks in the wishlist trailer, trust me. From now on, will all of your projects or games only be released on Steam? The answer to that is yes. Well, probably. We would love to release all of our games on Steam going forward, as long as we have the budget to do that. Releasing many games on Steam is quite expensive, but we should be able to do it for all of our upcoming games. Will the game be a fully new mascot game or a Ban fan game mascot? Inuyo High will be a fully new mascot horror game developed by us, with no ties to Ban fan games. One of our goals with this project is to be something truly unique, and obviously that isn't really achievable as a fan game. Will Inuyo High have some fun puzzles? I personally think so. We've spent a long time planning out the full gameplay of this game, and I think the puzzles will be very fun to play. Though of course that is my opinion, and you all may have completely differing opinions once the game finally releases. I should also mention that the puzzles in this game are much more difficult to solve compared to our previous games. How many secrets are there in Inuyo High? There will be plenty of cool secrets to discover in this game. As I said before, we want to add tons of replayability to the game, and adding secrets is a good way to do that. Hopefully you guys can find them all. What does Inuyo like to eat? Good question. Unfortunately, that isn't something I came up with yet. One thing I will say though is that you will find out what Inuyo likes to drink once the game finally releases. Stay tuned. Is there a release date or year planned for the game, or is it too soon to know for sure? We have a general idea of when the game will come out, but we unfortunately cannot say that just yet. What I can say is that a general release window will most likely be revealed in the next teaser trailer, so be prepared for that. Will this game be based on chapters? This game will have multiple installments, though I wouldn't call them chapters. You'll just have to wait and see. Will the game have some merch? At the moment, no. There are no plans to release merch when the game comes out. If the game is successful though, and you all show your love and support for it, there is a chance that we will do merch in the future. How long will the game be, approximately? Who will compose the game OSTs? Will Inuyo High release on other platforms like itch.io? I've already answered the question about the game's length, so I'll skip to the second question. I will be composing the music for this game alongside another talented composer who will be revealed in the next teaser trailer. The game will most likely not release on platforms like itch.io or GameJolt. For now, the game will only be on Steam for PC players. Will there be a roleplay game on Roblox? For now, there aren't any plans to create a roleplay game for Inuyo High on Roblox, but if the game is successful, then we will consider it. Is Inuyo pink? No, he's green, obviously. How long will the game be? Will there be a chapter 2 or 3, or even 4? Will it cost money? Will it also be out on the Play Store? If it's on the Play Store, is it going to be released by Sniker? I've answered the first 3 questions already, so I want to focus on the 4th and 5th questions. The game will receive an Android port on Google Play after its launch on Steam. And yes, it will be ported and published by Sniker. This isn't part of the question, but it is possible for the game to also receive an iOS port if you guys support the Android release. That's all the questions I'll be answering for today. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment what part of Inuyo High you are most looking forward to. Also, make sure to wishlist Inuyo High on Steam. Have a good day, everybody!